Marcus for a long time, and just seeing him again tonight, what did it mean to you, and what did kind of your time together with him mean to you here?
It was good to see him. Good to see him today. My time with Marcus here was very special. And I've said this before, but one of the reasons why I came here initially in 2016 was Isaiah Thomas and Marcus Smart. I had a lot of respect for Smart even when he was a very young player and just kind of how he cared about winning. So just a very special person and somebody that that I really appreciated when he was here with us throughout the years, and so just seeing him tonight was nice. It was nice to catch up with him, to see him. He's doing well and trying to recover from his injury. It was good to see him.
Was it something he said to you at the time when you were coming here, or just wanting to play with him? What kind of made that influence on you from his perspective?
He didn't really have to say anything. For him, it was just the way he played, how hard he played, how hard he competed, and really try to go out there and put his body on the line, night in and night out. And it's something that, as an opponent, you respect it, and as a teammate, you always appreciate.
Al, during the timeout when they were showing the tribute video, it seemed like a lot of you guys were standing up, watching it with him, kind of cheering for him. What was it like to kind of see the response to that, the crowd response and all of that throughout the course of the game?
Yeah, it's special. It was special to be able to share those moments with him. I knew that the crowd was going to be very, very grateful and appreciative, and they were great. They really showed their appreciation, and it was nice to see not only Marcus but also his wife and the people that were along with them. That they were kind of taking everything in, appreciating the moment, and feeling the love. Boston has real love for Marcus. And even though he's on another team, it doesn't change, how we feel about him as our guys, and also the fans show how they feel about him as well.
Al, Marcus talked before about his leadership style. He was like, I might not like you every day, but I always love you. There's a lot of rough around the edges. How did you see him grow as that kind of leader from the time that you ended up leaving the first time to coming back? And how do you see kind of the legacy of how he led still live within the way that a lot of the guys that now are running this team are?
Marcus, just a big competitor, and for him, what I saw from him was, really saying things, kind of how they were, and holding people accountable in different ways, and defensively always, trying to lead us. So, that influence is something that he brought to our group, the physicality, the emotion, the wit, defensively, and anticipation a lot of the times, things like that. And I think that we all benefited from it, and I feel like we all that definitely have taken things from some of the things that he did defensively and kind of been able to turn it. He would always talk. I would always, talk with him about defensive stuff, and I know Jalen did as well. And that influence was, it has left its mark here.
And he was always willing to challenge people, like this day and age with how kind of big celebrities, big-time players can be and all the money involved. It's kind of hard to be willing to challenge like the big star. So how important was it for him to do that? I feel like he had an understanding at times. If he needed to do it, he did it. But the only thing you can respect with him was just how he came into play, how he got out there even if he wasn't 100%, and that's why he was able to talk to anybody and stand up to anybody, and people would have to listen to him and respect him.
Regarding the game, like 2 of your first bucket came from transition where you were exploiting a mismatch, and like we like the Celtics start the game with 2 big men. So did you try to emphasize like the size advantage? Was it part of the game plan, or it was just like hazard?
It was just honestly the way that it kind of was. We wanted to get out and play fast, and usually Kristaps is the one that we're looking for in the post mostly. But I was running in the wing, and I felt like I had a mismatch, so I just went in the basket, try to create something. If they try to get a layup, and if not, if they double, then I was going to kick it out and that. But when we're double bigs, I would look to be more aggressive at times, because we're going to be there's going to be some sort of mismatch out there. So you do want to be aggressive and take advantage of those moments.
Clear. Thank you.
Al, you spent 9 seasons in Atlanta, and now you've had so many other chapters to your career. Marcus spent 9 seasons here, and he's starting the first non-Boston chapter. What advice would you or have you given him about what it looks like to make that transition and how to wish cast for what comes next?
I think that this was a big first step. If I had to say, going back and playing at a place for the first time, there's a lot of emotion that go into it, and as we've been talking about, Marcus was such a part of our community here in Boston. So I think that's the first step for him. Now that he's kind of gotten that behind him, I feel like he'll be able to. Not that he wasn't already looking ahead, but he'll be able to really kind of lock in and put this behind him and try to start the next steps in his career. So I would say, like, now, it's like obviously focusing on his health, making sure that he's healthy, and then wherever whatever he has to do next to get back on the floor and start developing, just something new, building something new, I should say. Here his time kind of ran its course, and now, like, he has to, find a way to start building up again. So that was kind of my mindset, with my first transition. It was like, okay, like, put that behind me, and now, let's start working towards something else.